So let's discuss lean production system. So the simple definition of lean is uh, doing more with less. I mean, it's what it comes down to. You're just trying to find ways to get rid of waste. So lean manufacturing or lean production system means doing more with less time, less space, less human effort, less machinery, less material, less inventory, less investment, less processing, less everything. We're just trying to find ways to remove waste from the system. So the key principles of lean, value. It's you define value from the customer's perspective. You identify the value stream. The value is by adding activity, eliminating waste, which is muda. It's a Japanese term, which means waste. So we're just trying to find ways to get rid of waste. Flow is how things move throughout the process. So you're looking for value add versus non-value add versus waiting time. Pull system, don't make it somebody asks for it. And then perfection, continue to strive for it. You'll never reach it, but you're always in this constant continuous improvement Kaizen process where you're just always trying to get better. You're striving for perfection. So just some differences between the conventional way of thinking and the lean manufacturing way of thinking, or the Toyota manufacturing systems way of thinking. Under the conventional, you're just trying to make numbers. You're trying to make as many as you can. You're in a push system. You just make more and more and more and more. You do what's ordered. The leader's the boss, so you do what the boss says. If there's standards, you're not sure where they are or if they're followed, or they might not even be clear. Under lean, you're able to stop production so that your production never has to stop. You only make what the customer has ordered. You're in a pull system. So you may be asked, what do you think? The leader's a teacher. He's a coach. He wants your ideas, or she wants your ideas. And you want standardization, but you want the standards to be very simple, visual, so it's very clear and everyone can understand them. So again, just the differences continued. Under conventional, engineers and other specialists create standards. You just do what you're told. They'll tell you what to do. You do what you're told. You don't want to get caught holding the bag. If there's a problem, you don't want to be the one that's around that problem. You don't want to be the one creating scrap or quality issues or whatever. Only grunts go to the shop floor. You won't see leaders on the floor, and it's just do. You do what you're told. So again, under lean thinking, people closest to the work develop the standards. Who knows it better than the operator? So you want the operator involved. Involvement is very, very key. You want to make the problem visible. You want to go to the floor and see for yourself. If there's issues, you're not going to know unless you can see the problem for yourself. And then you're always in this PDCA cycle. You're in the plan, do, check, and adjust cycle. So the basic image of lean production, the foundation of the lean system is stability and standardization. The walls are just in time, which is delivery of parts or products, and Jidoka, automation with a human mind. The roof, or the goal of the system, is customer focus. You want to deliver to the customer with the highest quality, with the lowest cost, and the shortest lead time. And the heart of the system is involvement. Operators everyone has to get involved to be successful. So flexible, motivated team members are always trying to find a better way. So for lean activities, each part of the lean production system has some lean activity and they're interconnected. So again, customer focus has hosting planning, takt time, Hajunka, there's involvement, there's lean design, just in time, there's, flow, Hajunka, takt time, pull system, Kanban, visual, everything's visual, 5S, in the heart, involvement, standardization, um, 5S, TPM, Kaizen, suggestions, Jidoka, Pokeyoke, zone control, visual orders, which again, 5S. So you can see that how everything is very much interconnected. So the core goal of lean manufacturing is to provide the highest quality at the lowest cost and the shortest lead time by continually eliminating muda or waste. Today's customers have broader expectations. Therefore, lean companies have added safety, environment, and morale to their core goals. So goals are productivity, quality, cost, delivery time, safety and environment, morale. It's most commonly known by an acronym PQCDSM. So regarding customers, you need to know your customers, your external and your internal customers. You need to be able to talk to your customer. And you need to identify what your customer's value is and measure the delivery of the value to your customer. So when it comes to customers, you need to make sure that you don't assume that you know everything about the customer. Don't ever assume that you already know what the customer wants. Don't assume that marketing or salespeople know the customer. Customers' requirements will always change. They'll change over time, and we need to monitor what they always need, and we need to track that. And you need to understand why the customers do what they do. You need to know what drives them. You need to ask them directly, and don't assume you already know. So ask the customer 3 questions. What do you want to know? Who do you want to know it from? And what are you going to do with the information? If you can't answer 3, you should not bother asking 1 or 2. So what is muda? Muda is a Japanese word which means waste or any activity which the customer is not willing to pay. It's the opposite of value. Customers will pay for value. So an example, in a filing cabinet manufacturing, the customer is willing to pay for the sheet metal to be cut, bent, welded, and painted. However, they are not willing to pay for wait time, rework, excess inventory, or any other forms of muda. So lead time is the time between the customer placing and receiving the order. So any delays could increase lead time. So lead time is equal to processing time plus retention time. Lead time increases the retention time, so which far exceeds processing time in most manufacturing operations. So overproduction means making things that sell. Examples: building and maintenance of large warehouses, extra workers and machines, extra parts and materials, extra energy, oil and electricity, extra forklifts, tow trucks, pallet skids, extra interest payment and loans, just hidden problems. So you can see in the chart the summary of all the different types of waste. There are usually 7 types of waste listed, which is overproduction, transportation, motion, waiting, processing, inventory, and defects. Some people even list an eighth waste, which is not involving the operator or getting their ideas from the operator. and leaving good ideas on the table. So that's also considered a waste in a lot of lean books or articles that you may read. But you can just read along, go through the table and see the definition of each, examples, and causes and countermeasures. So Mura refers to unevenness or a fluctuation in work, which is usually caused by fluctuating production plans. So an example is a production line that is producing difficult models for half the shift and simple models for the second half. So the workers strain for half the day and then they coast the other half. So in lean manufacturing, the lean production system seeks to reduce Mura through production leveling and mixing models. Murray just means something that's hard to do, and it can be caused by variations in production, poor job design or ergonomics, poor part fit, inadequate tools or jigs, or unclear specifications. So just taking the example of what's the best way to move a 6,000 kilogram load with a forklift having a capacity of 2,000 kilograms. So MUDA would be, or waste, would be 6 trips at 1,000 kilograms. So you could have made less trips because the capacity is 2,000 kilograms. Mura or unevenness, 2 trips at 2,000 kilograms and 2 trips at 1,000 kilogram. So the loading of there's 4 trips there, and it's uneven each time. The 2 examples, you're not using the same amount each time. And then Murray, something's hard to do. 2 trips at 3,000 kilograms. You could probably make it work, but the capacity of the forklift is 2,000 kilograms. So you also could be putting the forklift driver in danger. It could be a safety issue. So the best would be just 3 trips at 2,000 kilograms. So a lot of people indicate that lean manufacturing means reducing MUDA only, and even I'm guilty of saying that a lot of times, but it's not necessarily true. So removing MUDA is the first and important step, but the lean system is much more than that. So other things that you're doing within lean, you're creating continuous flow, you're creating a pull system for the customer, you're creating stability, you're employing techniques of visual management, and you're seeking involvement from everyone. So in summary, in lean, you're just trying to do more with less. So you need to understand the key principles of lean. You need to understand the difference between conventional way of thinking and the lean way of thinking. Know the lean house, that image, the foundation, the walls, the roof, the heart of the house. Understand that all lean activities are interconnected. Um, Understand the goals of lean. Make sure you know your customer. And again, MUDA is waste, Mura is unevenness, and Murray is hard to do.